gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, your Monarchs of Wrestling proudly bring to you another episode of Hot Doodoo Juice in the world of pro wrestling. It ain't our fault, but we got to talk about it. It's your boy Cool McCain, joined as always by the other half of the monarchy, my guy, the Playmaker. What's going on, Playmaker?
I might have forgot to put your tangent up on the YouTube channel. My bad, but I have a feeling that that is going to be compared to what's going to happen tonight.
We'll see how things go.
I don't gotta see. They just gave it to me on the silver platter. I'm like, oh, this is what y'all want to do? All right, cool. I'll run with it.
No words. We got no words right now.
But tonight, outside of the usual going over NXT and TNA, AEW, and the main roster of WWE, we do have a event to preview because Saturday night's main event is this weekend.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. WWE has me so ticked off right now. I ain't even put that on the agenda. I know what's happening. I did. But you know what? If it ain't gonna be nothing but sugar, honey, iced tea anyway, what are we talking about it for? Because we have to.
Oh, man. Gotta love WWE. Jesus. They love giving me stuff on the silver platter for the show. But that's later on in the program. First on the program is NXT. So, started off in an interesting way because we had Kylie Armstrong come out, and then Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan all came out, and pretty much everybody wants to try to kindergarten. So, one was a former champion, the other one has been calling for her shot but never got a shot, and you have the newcomer, so Kuma King. Three ladies all want a shot at the champ.
Yep. It can only be one. Like the Highlander.
Will Kalancho ever get her shot?
At some point. She will at some point. The better question is, will she actually ever win?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Armstrong, I think she's still making her way up, so haven't seen too much of her on NXT. So throwing her into that mix is kind of premature to me. But I've been wrong before.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm seething right now, so
I know you are.
I'm trying.
He tried hard over this tongue. You still got on your tongue for a pretty good minute because you still got to go through TNA and AEW. Unless AEW did something I don't know about, because I haven't heard much from AEW, which means that's a good thing.
They did something smart.
We did have a number one contenders match for the NXT Tag Team titles, and the victory was Shawn Legacy and Darren Von Dukes. That match was chaotic at the end. So I can see why they won. Saquon, he's still going out the dark state. OTM, they have the issues with the birthright. So yeah, that was a logical choice.
Yep. I like Saquon still going after him because they beat him up. I'm going to keep jumping you because you beat me up. As long as you want to keep running his fade, we're going to run his fade. That's how we build up Saquon Sugars. So good job on that, NXT.
So last week I came in here and we talked about Mr. Carver.
So Anthony says, "Are y'all happy with the Oba storyline? Wait until we get to WWE Raw, and I will be more than happy to give you my opinions."
Man, we can rehash what happened last week because we kind of answered that question last week, to be honest. But we can bring that up and rehash it for you, Anthony. No problem. No problem. Let's stick around. We got you. Last week I came in here.
Got you.
Last week I came in here and we talked about what are we doing, Mr. Carlo, right? Usually I say that because if y'all know anything about Lean on Me, that's why I say it like that. I believe the last time we thought about it, he came off a loss. Tuesday, he came off a win beating Tank Ledger after he. Well, he really didn't put Hank through the table. That just happened. So
he beat Tank. Good job. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna hate on you because you can't control how they book you, but you're trying to build somebody by having to beat Tank.
Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I know how I feel about it, but I have to save for what's important. But this is bull crap as well.
It's very interesting. We had a number one contenders match for the Women's North American Championship. We had Easy Rain, we had Easy Dane, we had Layla Diz, and we had Dia Hale. To my surprise, they surprised me for once in NXT. Layla Diz is the number one contender for the Women's North American Championship. Then again, I shouldn't be surprised because you're feeding a black girl to Zarya.
Right.
Diggs, you getting better. First, let me throw the good out there. She's getting better. You can see the improvement in the ring from the first time we saw her. There's some improvement happening. Okay. Now let's get to the realest part of it. Let's keep it a buck. If you don't get squashed by Zarya whenever this match happens, Shawn Michaels at NXT has failed everybody.
So I don't think it should be a squash, but I think it should be let's say a dominant win. But I think Layla got to get some offense in and look like she at least belong on the stage. Feel me? Not that she's gonna win, but she at least. So when you have these type of matches, what you should be doing is you should be using them to build up people from the undercard. They're gonna lose. We know Layla D's gonna lose. Like, we know that. But the way in which she loses is important. You know, crazy things like having someone win King of the Ring and then say, I don't want a championship match. It shouldn't be happening. Right? Tangent number one. It's gonna be a lot of.
I mean, they want to keep giving me stuff on the supply, and there's gonna be more changes. What I will say this: Nikki Blackheart made her appearance. I don't know her actual. I'm gonna use Cool's terms. I don't know her WWE slave name, but Nikki Blackheart has officially made her way into the WWE, Mr. McCain.
Kicked up. And she can wrestle. So, hey. You know that. But it's all about usage because we know how, man, WWE do.
Anything else interesting happening in NXT that I can remember of? Kendall Gray first WWE NXT Women's Defense was against Natty. We know how that went. It's her first defense. We know how that went. But what happened afterwards was the one people was talking about because after the match, after Natty lost the match, Miss Parker, good old Miss Parker, came out there to look Natty face to face, and she dropped her two cronies on in the process as well. So I know you like. I know you said earlier you like the fact that Saquon ain't done with Dark State. How you feel about Miss Parker not done with Natty?
Hey, Miss Parker.
Seal of approval from one Kuma game. Yeah, that's all I got for NXT. And you're muted.
All right. We're gonna go visit the other half of NXT. Um, I'm not even gonna take a lot of time on TNA because TNA didn't do bad on Impact. I'm just not gonna take a lot of time on them tonight. It was a so-so show. It wasn't bad. It was just like all right. So Zaya Brookside had the no disqualification match against Lei Ying Lee. And of course, first title defense, what happens? She won. The Hardys had a World Tag Team title match against the Great Hands, their first defense. So, of course, we know what happened. They won.
By the way, that could be attention for him at any given moment. The fact that the Hardys got the titles, but he's being nice.
Knockouts TV title tournament. Indy Hartwell advances over Vicky Venuto and Jody Threat over Gabby Forza. And yes, these are people that, if you're not tapped into deeply in the wrestling community, you don't know. Why are these the people that they're fighting for what they want to be a prestigious secondary championship? Mm-hmm. But they're doing it. All right. We also had what I thought, in my opinion, was the best match of the night. We had the Righteous versus the System versus Leon Slater and Bang Bang. Slater and Sosa won the match. What I like that they're doing is they're elevating young talent because they're losing a lot of people, right? So they're realizing like, let's get this young talent. We brought them in early because we knew these things were going to happen. We knew this partnership with WWE was going to rape our roster. So, in order to fix that, we're bringing in young talent and we are building them up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't really go into depth this week with TNA, but solid show. Not great, just solid. And I feel like I'm going to stop giving so much time to just solid shows. Bad shows get time because they suck. Good shows get time because they're great. So shows just get a little bit of time because, I mean, nothing fantastic happened. Nothing terrible happened. It's just, basic show. Now, you know my mood changes from week to week sometimes, so might be different next week. Right now, that's how I'm feeling. So with that, we're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. We will return, and we will slide on over to AEW, who actually they're continuing what I've been saying about. I'm gonna just leave it like that. You know what I've been saying? they continuing it. If you don't, I guess you're gonna find out. But I do have to say this to all the wrestling organizations that are vying to be the best.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Right now, everybody ain't cream. You feel me? Everybody is not cream.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts.
All right, most wonderful of people.
I got to get you the updated version of the commercials.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I gotta get the updated. But hey, I'm just rocking with what I got right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say I got to get it to you.
But what I do want to say is AEW decided to pull a WWE. We will talk about not the same, but kind of the same. Y'all will feel it when we get to it. But what I want to do, something we don't do much. I want to hop over to, I think it's Saturday night. And I want to talk about something that happened on Collision. So we know Hangman Adam Page lost the match to MJF with his career, with his ability to further compete for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Lost the match, so he can no longer compete for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So he's been gone for a while. So he came back. And he did the only thing I think you can do in this situation. Continental Championship, TNT Championship, all the other secondary championships at AEW. I can't get the big dog, but I can get you guys. So if you have one of those other championships, I'm coming for you. I like it. It's better than what a lot of rumors were. Oh, he's going to be done because he's not going to come back and he can't, blah, blah, blah. No. Sometimes you come back, you be the workhorse for a minute. I mean, obviously, unless they storyline find a way to rescind this somewhere down the road, he's gonna be out. But for right now, this is a good angle, I think, to go with Hangman and Adam Page. What are your thoughts, Playmaker?
I like it from this standpoint. He took his L, and he's moving forward. You don't got to lead the company. You don't got to do. You put yourself in that match with MJF.
You didn't do it, Cody Rhodes, right?
You put yourself in that match with MJF. You lost.
Mm-hmm.
Man up. And hey, there's other titles I can go for.
Yeah, you got to respect that. Definitely got to respect that. Definitely got to respect that. So now we're going to hop over to a AEW episode. And we know everyone almost every week got named. So this one was Beach Break. The main event, of course, we'll get to that, was Kenny Omega versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. If Kenny Omega loses, he is in the same boat as Hangman Adam Page. But we're going to slide all the way back to the beginning of the show, where we had a match between the timeless one. This is timeless. They should call him timeless. Timeless Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho been wrestling my whole adult life. And, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no spring chicken. So, as they say in the South. But, it's a good little brutal match. You know what I'm saying? You know, they did what they did. I mean, neither one of these guys are what I would call top tier wrestlers anymore. Anymore in the case of Chris Jericho, never really was in the case of Ciampa, but they blended the styles together really well. It was a brutal match, and Ciampa got a win. So Tommaso Ciampa won a belt on his first night in AEW. Now he has a win over Chris Jericho, 1-on-1 too. And he had two other dudes at the side helping him 1-on-1.
You know,
for
the most part on paper that looks impressive, but he's been there for a minute. And we haven't heard much from Tommaso.
I mean, he won a championship on his first night, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's been there for a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
He won a championship on his first night, and then we haven't heard from him until this moment.
You know how Tony Khan is. Don't have surprise. You know Tony be on that sauce. Lost on that sauce.
Just saying. Got to point it out.
Kenny Omega opened up the show. Renee Paquette grabbed him for an interview. He said that if, basically, long story short, he was leaving it all on the line. If he lose that match tonight, that just means MJF was a better wrestler because he's leaving it all on the line. So this is what was interesting about the Beach Break, and it was aptly named. They actually were in an outdoor amphitheater having a match. And what's, I guess you could say, crazy about that is it changes everything. So those of pro wrestling purists and the IWC community and all that, listen to this. They were out there wrestling in 102-degree temperatures. And sometimes a little bit more all night. And every match, the ropes in the ring got sweatier and sweatier. Wasn't really nothing they could do with it. So that made things interesting. The Brawling Birds, they were beating up some men at a bar nearby. And they're on the road back to being women's tag team champions. or the road to being women's tag team champions. All right. Then we had an international championship match. This is another one of the championships that Heyman Page mentioned. We had Konosuke Takeshita, the former member of the Don Callis family, against his used-to-be, quote-unquote, best friend, Kyle Fletcher. International championship match. And what's crazy about it is Kyle Fletcher won. A lot of chicanery. But I think what really happened is, for those who don't know the Alpha, I'm going to start saying this as the Konosuke Takeshita because it's easy on the mouth. Pause. He's going to be taking a break from AEW for the G1 Climax in New Japan. So this is probably a logical way to write him off for a little bit of time. And then when he comes back, I think they'll probably put the gold back around him. And that should be around All In time. With Okada in there as well. A little three-way action. Andrade really needs to be a babyface. Because I'm not gonna front. Right? When he walk out and you be like, I have one question. How you know? Crowd be going crazy. So yeah, the match was the match. The match was really good. Then they had a promo. I mean, David Finlay was in the back, and he was popping off his jaws a little bit, but that's what it is. The important thing from this whole segment, besides the match itself, is that before the match, MJF and Will Ospreay had words, and they started fighting. Security had to break it up. So MJF is off his game, focused on other things, and not focused on what he needed to be focused on, which is his match against Kenneth Omega. The Don Callis family came out to celebrate with Kyle Fletcher. Of course, they brought out the conglomeration to help Takeshita. Mick Foley ended up coming out. And he had some words with Don Callis and the Don Callis family, but it's neither here nor there. It's not really much from that. You know what? Did really go into that. There's a little cheap pop for TV, Mick Foley style. Andrade can get a shot at Mark Davis's championship, which I think is, which one does Mark Davis have? The national championship. But he has to beat Jack Doyle next week first. So this coming Wednesday. Then we had another glorified jobber match. Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley, they're gelling as a tag team. And they faced the Workhorsemen. And of course, Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley won. They beat the Swirl last week, which is
What did you just say?
They beat a tag team called the Swirl. One of the members is of African American descent. One of the members is of Caucasian descent, and their tag team name is the Swirl. I know you missed it when I said it last week because I said it. You missed it.
No, I'm not doing it. No. I'm not doing this with you, Tony. I'm not doing this with you.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So we had a gauntlet ladder, because a Beach Break Women's Casino Gauntlet ladder match for who will be the next contender for the world, for the Women's World Championship. Thekla was out there. I want to say this: Thekla has a dirty potty mouth, and she's a filthy, dirty girl. Some of the things she was saying over there, but it fits the character. So you know me, you fit in the character, you stay in the character. I'm with it. You kayfabe it up, or maybe you really are that way. You know, who knows? All right, digress. The list of participants start out Athena and Maya World. Keep in mind with the Casino Gauntlet match, if you don't get to everybody, if you don't get in the ring, you just can't win. It's not one of those where it's like, oh, yeah, you didn't get to wrestle, so we'll wait for everybody to get in the ring. No, they don't do that. If you don't get in, should have been first. But everybody got in this one. All right, after Athena and Maya World, Sky Blue entered at number 3. At number 4, Mina Shirakawa entered. Number 5, Rena. At number 6, we got Julia Hart. At number 7, Thunder Rosa. And in the What Is Wrong With You? Powder cocaine or powder, sorry. I got some trouble saying that. Powder parties of tornadoes are definitely happening. Because Willow Nightingale returned 1 week after you crowned a new champion. You could just have her come back and wins the Casino Gauntlet match, and she will be the next challenger for Thekla. This is WWE level tomfoolery. That's all I got to say about it. So yeah, Willow wins the Battle Royal. Jungle Jack Perry has re-signed with AEW, confirmed in an interview. Mike Bailey also told Renee Paquette that he will be challenging Mark Davis on Collision for the national championship. Because he also wants to hit the Don Callis family where it hurt because they took the jet from him. All right, then we get to the main event. They gave the matches a lot of time. You know what they did? They put on a WWE PLE in matches. 5 matches. World Heavyweight Championship match. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, your AEW World Champion, with a Triple B versus the OG. The dude that, in the words of 3 Stacks, is trying to see if he still got it. And guess what? He still got it. Kenny Omega is your new reigning and defending AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So they both got men long in the tooth with gray in the beard and hair as champions. CM Punk, Kenny Omega. Does it happen if CM Punk doesn't win? I can't say it does. I can't say it doesn't. But what I can say is it's quite notable that both shows decide to roll this way. Issue is or is you ain't. Doing a little dibbity dabbing in each other's ideas, and maybe in each other's special places to enlighten themselves. You just smell what the rock's cooking. Thoughts on that, sir?
Right.
Thank think I caught him off guard. All right, we about to go ahead and hit a commercial break. Let the playmaker get itself together. And then it'll be time for the other half of the powder showers.
Get in the game at BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook. Over 50 sports, live betting, online casino, horse racing, esports, and more. Start now and enjoy easy deposits, fastest payouts, and the biggest bonuses. And for over 25 years, BetUS is a name you can trust. Mention TV 150 now and get up to 150% in bonuses. BetUS, we've got your game. Call or visit BetUS.com now to join.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Wilson Brown stood at 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
All right, good people. We back. Y'all know what time it is? Playmaker?
Before I get there, because I know you ready to get your shot in because you've been taking your shots all night. We having a championship celebration for Kenny Omega on Wednesday.
Of course.
Andrade Anigalo, he'll be facing Jack Doyle.
How you know?
I know because I am on the.
This is phrase, bro.
No,
This is phrase. No.
Shout out.
This is what Andrade says.
So shout out to AEW on Threads. I got a little preview of what's to come Wednesday.
And I want to take a second. No, this is a professional wrestling show, but a lot of you that follow me know how I be doing. I'm big media person for the American Arena League and American Arena League 2. Want to shout them out both for their championships games this weekend, which I was able to attend. Great energy, good shows, and it was a Georgia sweep. Peak State Cats won the AL2 championship, and the 4 commercialized Columbus Lions won the AAL championship, and they went undefeated this year. So big ups to both of those organizations. Big up to both of those leagues. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Been saying it for a while. Arena football is back, y'all. Y'all got to start getting on board with the train. Arena football is back. Back to our regular scheduled program. All you, sir.
And Mr. McCain, you will have a trios match on the women's side, so you get to see the case. You'll be able to describe them next week what kind of case there were in this trios match, but
Absolutely will.
just throwing that out there. To the main roster of WWE. How they just serve stuff up on the silver platter for me. But before I get to the silver platter stuff, Division, they have the tag team titles again because Maxine Dupree has gone to the dark side, sir.
Yes, she is.
Your thoughts on a title change and the turn that took place?
Do y'all feel me now? Y'all been shucking and ducking, and dipping and flipping, and pipping and bibbing because Street Profits won the championships back. Won the championships. What did I say? When they came out, bereft of their new music, bereft of their new persona, back to the same old jigaboos that we had before. They were going to get the same treatment. And they did. Because remember, before, they were champions a little bit longer, but a short reign before they lost to the Wyatt family, who was no longer even with the company. That's how little they care about them. And that's who took the belts from them before. But I said it to say this. When they revert you back to a persona that they didn't take seriously, they don't take you seriously. The Street Profits are not taken seriously within the WWE. They choose to stay, probably money. I know Tez babe there, so I get it. You ain't trying to go roll and leave your babe. But I will say this. You spend a lot of time increasing them and making them something more than just a happy-go-lucky tag team that wins the championship for a little bit of time losing. And then you revert them back to happy-go-lucky tag team that wins a little bit and then loses. So was I surprised? No. Am I even mad about this? No. You know why? Because I expected this before they even won the championships. You know why? Because they told us we're not going to take them serious anymore. That's how we're going to do them. When they talk, I listen. Actions, presentation speaks louder than words. As far as the vision goes, they have to have some belts. If they don't, it's no point in having them together. Right? Then they about to get Big Boy back. Big Bronson Reed is about to be back. They were never going to disband this group while everybody hurt. Think of Evolution.
Anthony got a question for you, sir.
So his question is, you think the Street Profits need a female in their group, someone like Naomi? I think the Street Profits need a new look, a new demeanor, a new way of being. It doesn't matter if it's female there or not. Because if you bring a female and you're doing the same thing, don't bring in a Naomi. Don't bring in Bianca, because you're just going to pull them down. And that's sad to say, but true.
So Ruka defended her Intercontinental title against Raquel. And thanks to Io Sky, so Ruka got to snatch the soul of Raquel.
Yeah. That was well done. No shade. Like, there's a lot of things I did not like WWE last week. A whole plethora.
Oh, I know it's one on that list.
Was just standing there looking, and I'm like, Soul Snatcher. Like, you could feel it. And she got her. And I got to tell you, man, that Soul Snatcher is a sexy move. That thing is sexy, man. Boy, that thing is sexy. Nobody gets up either.
Ethan Page and Rusev, they defeated Chad Gable and Dragon Lee.
TKO, WWE, Paul, whoever. If you don't put ego back in the front of that man's theme music, what is wrong with y'all? You take everything that we like about people, you want to strip it away. And then you want people to still care. The man's name is All Ego Ethan Page, and you're going to take ego off of his theme song.
Now we get to the good stuff.
Like 20 times better.
Now we get to the good stuff. Paul Heyman and the King of the Ring of Buffini traded promos, Mr. McKay.
Shout out Oba. Oba can wrestle, persona, and he can talk. Shout out Oba. I'm going to let Playmaker give you our details. That's all I'm going to say.
as we said last week, the match that we're getting at SummerSlam is not the problem. It's how we got here. It's the problem.
So, Anthony, to answer your question real quick, though, I think that was one of the stupidest storylines that they had with the Oba storyline. And again, it's not what they did, like Playmaker said. There was a path laid out so clear that my 4-year-old nephew don't even watch wrestling. And he probably could have figured it out. And what did Paul do? Well, everybody thinks that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to do something different. He's going to win the King of the Ring. And then he's going to say, I don't care about it. And I don't even want the title shot because it'll be there to an event that we've already treated like trash so many occasions. And acts like it doesn't matter. Trying to play the game.
So we are not mad about the match. This is what we expected the match to be. Some type of stipulation for round 3. You didn't have to use King of the Ring this way to get there. That's the problem. But let's go already back to the beginning before we get to the number 1 topic on Cool McCain's list. I would do SmackDown, but it's on Raw. So as we open up Raw, you see Sami Zayn happy with this new title. 9 days in with his new title, he's happy. He meets Cody Rhodes. They have a conversation, and Gunther pops in. Gunther does a number on QB1. We have to find out what happens throughout the show about QB1. Then Seth Rollins comes out, and LA Knight comes out, and they have a back and forth promo. Mr. McCain, LA Knight, Seth Rollins.
You want to talk about somebody getting dogged in a promo? LA Knight walked a mud hole, then stomped it, and Seth Rollins walked the dry. I dare say, and I watched him when he was Eli Drake as well in TNA and other places. And I want to say that's one of, if not the best promos I've ever saw him do. Shout out to LA Knight for that. And it doesn't matter if it was fed to him. The delivery, the passion, the belief, the eyes, everything was there. LA Knight killed that thing. And he made Seth Rollins look like a jive time turkey and a sucker at the same time. Anthony says, I hope they don't do Oba storyline like they did LA Knight. We have to wait and see because they already got a few people of color winning. So we'll see how many they going to let win at one time. Anthony also says they gave Sam the title just to make the overseas people happy or to piss off everybody else. Either way you put it.
I'm having who somebody said that on this program. I won't remember who, but somebody said that on this program. I'm just trying to remember. I don't remember.
It won't me. Yeah, but 2 of us here, so
somebody said that on this program.
There's only 2 of us
maybe y'all can help me. I don't remember who said it.
So you know,
my co-host said he didn't say it, so somebody said it on the program.
He's not tooting his own horn or anything, but toot.
Just saying, like, shit.
Toot.
Speaking of that champion, 9 days in, Cody Rhodes won't go make it. And what city were they in last week?
I believe Dollar Bill said it best. Chi-Town.
Oh, Sami Zayn doesn't have an opponent, huh? Oh, out of pitch, you still want him to defend the title on your show, right? Thank you. Shout out to Nick Aldis, who's actually back in his job where he should be.
I told y'all suckers. Somebody said I told y'all he was gonna keep that job.
No. Oh, you want my title defended on your show still? Okay. So since my title has been defended on your show, and you have QB1 get knocked out because of your terrible job, I fixed your problem for you. And he's in the building tonight. Oh, they in Chicago. Interesting. Who could it be? Who is going to replace Cody Rhodes in a championship match in Chicago?
I'm gonna let you read in this comment when you're ready to.
Mr. Anthony says, quote, they gave Sammy the belt to make them happy and gave CM Punk the title just because they was in Chicago. Shaking my head. They passing the title around like crazy. So, if you don't know, CM Punk was the man to replace Cody Rhodes. And if you think about Sami Zayn versus CM Punk, you should already know who's going to win that match because it's WWE.
Well, in all fairness, never mind.
In Chicago, by the way. As soon as they did the angle with Cody Rhodes, I was like, oh, I know who's coming back. They ain't even taking out. They took like, as soon as the whole situation happened with Cody Rhodes, I was like, oh, they in Chicago. Oh, I know who's coming back. Oh, this sets up perfectly. Was further extended to my statement last week when they told you they gave Sami Zayn that title because they was in Saudi Arabia. That was a Saudi Arabia gift. This one because Sami Zayn has done this, that, and the other for years inside the WWE. That was we in Saudi Arabia. Let's give them a moment that they can feel good about. Sami Zayn, you represent Saudi Arabia. Here you go. You win the title in front of your people. Even though he's from Toronto.
But he is Saudi Arabian descent. Supposedly. That's what it tells us.
You got to keep it for 9 days until we get to Chicago. Because who's returning?
Peanut Brittle Phil.
Oh, and by the way, we got SummerSlam coming up. So, Sammy, you can't be the champion going into, the big pay-per-view.
High profile event.
You can't be the champion for that. No, that doesn't look right. Doesn't seem right. that doesn't look right to our people over USA Network and NBC.
But it looks right to make you a champion, a fourth tier superstar as your world heavyweight champion.
Go ahead. I ain't mean to take your thunder. Go ahead.
You good. I'm waiting until we get it all out there. Until everything's out there.
Oh, you want to wait till everything's out there? Okay. That means he's telling me to go to SmackDown. That's what he's telling me. And SmackDown was actually a pretty good show. SmackDown was a pretty good show.
After Raw, it better have been.
Obviously, you got a new champion for SmackDown, even though it happened on Raw. Funny how that works out.
Funny how something else works out too.
And you get CM Punk introduced back Nick Aldis, and CM Punk does what CM Punk does, and he throws names out there that he would like to face. Sami Zayn, you deserve a rematch. Gunther, we done this dance before, but I won't mind beating you again just to prove it to you one more time. He did throw names out there like Carmelo Hayes and Damian Priest and Morris Keys and Trick Williams before you know who shows up.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes comes out, and it's almost like they did a role reversal when Cody Rhodes won the title and CM Punk showed up. So they pretty much did a role reversal, and CM Punk was like, I ain't gonna go through all this. Win. That's why I'll rock with CM Punk on that one. So, like, we did this already. Let's say when, okay? Let's go ahead and say when is get this over with. SummerSlam. There you go. All right, cool. Now we get the show rolling.
Benny Boom Bleeds Green says, and I quote, CM Punk sucks. CM Punk sucks. These are the words of Benny Boom Bleeds Green. Not necessarily the words of Monsters of Wrestling or specifically Cool McCain. I'm not saying he does it, just let you know.
Finn Balor beat Tama Tonga.
Who thought Tama Tonga was going to beat Finn Balor? Sorry.
I mean, yeah. We had Big Jim. Big Jim beat Royce Keys. And then Solo got that work from Jacob Fatu. And was told, if you don't show up, which is tonight, you better show up on Raw so we can have a family discussion. Any thoughts on anything with the bloodline? Big Jim got a dub.
I'm going to quote Dr. Dre on this whole story. Been there, done that. Just change the players. You don't even run different plays. You just change the players up.
Jay Cargill and Alyssa Bliss when it is. There's a how can I put this?
Thunder Cakes made a appearance.
If there was a heartfelt moment of the week, it'll be right here. Jay beat Alexa Bliss, and then she beat Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
There's two different beatings we're talking about here. The first beating is the match. Jade won the match. The second beating was she put Alexa Bliss on the shelf in front of Charlotte Flair, the queen. Any thoughts on Thunder Case being brutal to Alexa Bliss?
That was the expectation, right? That was the expectation. I mean, got what we expected. Y'all, I mean.
And it does drive a lot more interest into their SummerSlam match coming. Because now Charlotte Flair has something to fight for.
Lexi. No title match, but this match can make the pay-per-view, the premium live event.
Oh, it's on the premium live event.
Yeah, it can make it with no championship on it.
We don't need a title.
It's a narrative, sir. It's a
Them
narrative.
two. I'm pretty sure they already know they don't need no title for this. This story between them two is writing itself.
You think that TKO was not involved in Paul, clearly.
I'm
Because
trying
we
to
can write it stuff and they won't write it.
I'm trying to be positive here. I don't need to hear those three letters, okay? I don't run off on the 3 letters a lot, and we're only 7 months into this year. The surprise of the week comes with the U.S. title on the line. First of all, the first surprise was, is it me or Lil Yachty is actually getting good at this?
I can't hold this anymore. Why in the fudge did you go and get that man a rabbit fur WWE United States Championship? Who said this was a good idea? I want to know who is on methamphetamines, barbiturates, and all the bad stuff. Are we really serious? Are we serious? My boy got a dad blame Dodge Skunk Championship. Come on, man.
It fits the
I
coat.
seen Yachty pull that belt out, and I say, why, Paul? Why? Why? Just why?
The man got a fur coat. Now you got a fur belt. Now I would say it's gonna be hard as hell to keep that third title clean though.
Wait.
But on the real though, like you love Yachty, he's doing good. I'm impressed. Lil Yachty he's enjoying himself too.
He's doing a good job, I will say that. But that championship, sets us back 20 years. 20 years.
I think Trick can handle it. He already got little kids dressing up like him.
Benny says WWE needs to form a female bloodline faction. Benny also says Pimp Willie. Anthony says, you know how hard it would be to keep that fur white title clean.
That was the first surprise. The second surprise was actually the more bigger surprise. As the match that Mr. McCain has been waiting for, Carmella Hayes, Trick Williams to get it on for the U.S. title, and it was going exactly how Mr. McCain wanted to go. And then Baron Corbin returned. I'm just going to stop right there and let you have it from there, sir.
Who cares? Seriously, who cares? Who gives a monkey's reproductive organs that Baron Corbin is back? I'll wait. But if I wait, I'll be waiting forever. And it's nothing against Baron Corbin, but you were unceremoniously booted out, and now you bring him back like he was a big deal. It's crazy work how y'all do that. And you think people will be like, Baron Corbin's back, Baron Corbin's back. Bruh. Baron Corbin was homeless, begging for money last time he was in WWE in kayfabe. You're just going to overlook all that? Storytelling matters. Just want to throw it out there.
And then at the end, Nick Aldis, Gunther met in the ring. Gunther wanted himself a title shot. He was not granted the title shot. Instead, he was granted a tag team match at Saturday Night's Main Event, which we'll get into. And for that effort by Nick Aldis, he was choked out. That SmackDown went off the air.
Yeah, he was technically choked out. That SmackDown was off the air. You know why? Because the production stopped taping or streaming before Cody could actually save him. You know what the problem is? I've been thinking about this. The problem is there is a deficiency in logic people in the WWE creative process. There's no logical people. There's yes men and Dumases. There's no logical people. I said it last week. I'm saying it again. You mean to tell me the best option that you thought people were gonna rock with was, yeah, Obafemi's gonna be king of the ring, but he ain't even gonna want a title match. I got to be honest, y'all. I'm so mad I don't even want to yell. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And then let's not even talk about the fact that of all the people to get a title shot, one-on-one, it's Cody. It's QB1. What does he have on the game in Stephanie? Because it's something. It's definitely something.
Before my co-host closes out the show, Saturday's main event. Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson are to be doing a segment together. I didn't see that coming, but it is in New York, so I probably should have saw that coming. Two world champions. That should be interesting. Danhausen is going against JD Madonna. Storyline wise, it makes sense because as that hasn't been done to the Judgment Day, especially JD Madonna. But this is funny that we get an extra match for this. Oh man! The women's tag team titles are on the line when Paige and Brie Bella defending against Fatal Influence. So you'll get some type of cake at sure for Saturday. And then the main event, the new WWE Undisputed Champion, the former and always around WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes, teaming up against Gunther, and the former Undisputed WWE Champion, Sami Zayn. Oh boy. And this is Saturday night's main event for you. By the way, tonight Roman Reigns is scheduled. Brock Lesnar is scheduled, and we have a gauntlet match to determine the next man to challenge Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Floor is yours, sir. I'm done.
So Roman Reigns is so thoughtful and nice of you to grace the WWE Universe with your presence. The disdain that I have for WWE right now is really real. It's really real. But I'm not going to sit here and allow their shoddy ability to book their shows, lack of storytelling, lack of logic, lack of so many integral parts to a positive and quality show be the last thing I think about or talk about. It's always tomorrow. It's always another opportunity. Hopefully you'll do better. And honestly, I'd rather see CM Punk keep the championship than Cody get it back. Should be a lot of matches on Saturday night's main event. Not gonna say good or great matches because I'm not gonna sit there and just lie, but there's a lot of matches. And I expect to be right back here in the same mental predicament from the foolishness that they've done next week. I don't have any faith. I don't even have faith 1/4 of a mustard seed. Disappointed? Not surprised? I expect it to keep happening. Ladies and gentlemen, I was gonna rant. I decided, you know what? It's not even worth it. Not even worth it. For my guy, the playmaker, is your boy Cool McCain. I got two things for you. Suck it. No, I'm just playing. I got two things for you. First thing, it's never where you start, good people. It's always where you finish. Second thing, make sure you check in on your friends who seem down, seem a little bit out of it, going through something, have been through something. Make sure you check on them. And give us something better, WWE. Just give us something better. That's all we could ask for. Any last words, playmaker?
Nope. Enjoy Saturday night's main event.
This ghetto trash we watching. We'll holler.